It's Media Day at the Range, SHOT Show 2015. Northwest Airguns is going to give you folks at home a sense of what Media Day is all about. Let's see what's new. This year, Air Force Airguns had a spot on the firing line to introduce their new big bore hunting air rifle, and it's called...
This is the Texan.
Yes, it's a new side lever action big bore air rifle designed for big game and varmint hunting. Here's Ton Jones of the TV series Auction Hunters, breaking it down. All right, Ton, what are you shooting here?
I'm shooting the new Texan from Air Force Airgun. It is a 45 caliber air rifle shooting 3,000 PSI at 800 to 1,000 feet per second between 500 and 800 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. The side lever, this is for the action. This cocks it. When you need to load it, open it up, drop the lead in, slide it into place, pull it back. Same safety as we on all the Air Force guns. Push the safety forward, it's ready to fire. Pull it up.
There you go. Is this a standard barrel that, or they come in different lengths? Or?
This is the standard barrel. Right now, as of right now, they do not come in different lengths. That could be coming up in the near future, but we tested a bunch of different barrels and lengths and twists and found out this is the best. This is a 45 that's shooting, this one is a 350 grain, and this one's 450 grain. 100 supply at this moment.
Then we took a short stroll up to the Crosman booth. Crosman is introducing two new air rifles this year. The first is the Armada, a Magpul style rifle built from the popular Marauder platform. The second, the Bulldog 357, is Crosman's entry back into big bore hunting rifles. After airgunners were unenthusiastic about the 357 caliber Rogue a few years back, Crosman decided to build a big game hunting rifle, but without all the electronics and length and weight. It was professional hunter Ian Harper who suggested that a bullpup design would be lighter and easier to handle. Harper then tested that design on African big game animals with great success. The Bulldog 357 includes a 5-shot magazine, a shrouded barrel for quieter shooting, and puts out almost 200 foot-pounds in stock form. It should get a full magazine at that power level. Now, rumor has it that the original name for the Bulldog didn't test very well with consumers, and I'd have to agree that the Bulldog is a much better name than the hairy Chihuahua. We'll have more on the Bulldog in our SHOT Show visit to the Crosman booth. Of course, there are always distractions from airgun stuff. I stopped by the CMMG booth to try the new genetically engineered MK47 Mutant in 7.62 by 39 millimeter. CMMG makes AR rifles, parts, and accessories. They're affiliated with Chevalier Advertising, who also promote Hots on Airguns USA.
That's different, isn't it? Pretty fun.
Right, I'm here today at the SHOT Show, Media Day at the Range with Garrett Eitz from Magnetospeed. They have a new product, chronograph, that operates not on light and not on radar, but on magnetic pulse. And can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, yeah. This is a new type of chronograph that mounts to the barrel of a firearm. It has a V channel in the mounting position, so anything with a round barrel it can pretty much fit on. And what it does is when a metallic projectile, could be lead, could be copper jacketed lead, could be steel core, flies over the sensor deck, there's two magnetic sensors there. Kind of think about like electric guitar pickups. is basically how they operate. And so it adjusts the field and those sensors, and then we look at that with a display unit, which we have over there. But then it'll keep track of the velocity and then measure your statistics, average, standard deviation, high, low, that kind of stuff. And then from there, you're able to download it to a computer with a little micro SD card, and it puts basically a CSV file that'll load right into Excel. It's all spaced out nice, and then you can save it that way. The device itself will hold 99 shots on a shot string and up to 99 shot strings in a single go. And then you can reset it. You can adjust sensitivity if you need to. If you're shooting something really small or really slow, you might want to adjust sensitivity about it. But it's very adaptable. We also have other devices now where we can adapt it to a pick rail if you have a SBR or a pistol with a pick rail, like a semi-auto. It'll adapt to that. But basically, it's immune to lighting conditions. You can shoot in the dark, you can shoot in the rain, and get your velocity. You don't have to really align anything. The V system and the strapping to the muzzle pretty much ensures you're aligned and ready to go from the start. So it's extremely accurate. We have better than 99.5% accuracy we're claiming across the board, and we've seen higher than that in the lab.
Tell me a little bit about the technology. This is different than any chronograph or system like that I've seen.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so basically how this works is we have 2 permanent magnets mounted at each sensor location, and we have a circuit board that connects them. The circuit board has coils in it, and it'll sense when the magnetic field changes. So if you shoot a metallic object near it, even if it's not magnetic, if it's just metallic, it'll still detect that it's there. The sensor board, the circuitry on the sensor board is very accurate. It's the sub 1,000th of an inch accuracy. So that allows us to have sensors very close together, which makes the whole thing compact enough to be able to be mounted to your firearm.
Now this, as I understand it, works for firearms, pellet guns.
Firearms, anything with a metallic projectile that you can get the sensor deck close enough to. If you're within, we usually have people set up about a 1/4 inch offset from the bullet, which is easy to do with our setup. Any closer is better as long as you don't hit it. But a little bit further is okay, and you can adjust the sensitivity and amplify the signal a little bit.
And how do you test these at the shop before they go out?
What we do is we have basically a device we set on top of each one that pulses each sensor with a very precise electromagnetic pulse and sequence. So we sequence those in numbers that would give us a variation of velocities, and that ensures that the device, each bayonet is tested with its display unit. And so those specific pulses go into each sensor. The device is pre-programmed to look for those exact numbers. If it gets the exact numbers, the display will actually tell the technician that this one's good to go, and that kit goes out. And so we know that that device is up to spec.
Okay, now you have this set up with a couple of pellet guns over here. Tell me a little bit about your background with pellet guns. Why are you? Most of the firearms guys don't really care much about pellet guns. So.
Well, that's true, but we're not just firearms guys. We all have pellet guns and enjoy shooting them recreationally. But with our new, what kind of opened the door for us is with the new V3 display technology, the electronics inside, with the amplifier circuits we have on board, it allows us to pick up those finer projectiles. So we're really trying to get the word out that our V3 is really a contender for measuring pellet velocities off of air guns.
So I've been looking for chronographs that I can use in my garage and not have to worry about fluorescent lights and incandescent.
In my garage.
Okay.
Before we wrap it up, here's one last item, the ready range. When I was a kid, we could just go out into the cow pastures and hills behind the house and shoot at basically whatever. But now our younger people don't have those kinds of opportunities. So here's a target system that looks like it would work pretty well in a more suburban or even urban setting, as long as there's a backstop. I like that you can spend time shooting instead of setting up, and you can put up new targets over the old ones as needed.
9, 5, 2, 2.
And that's it. SHOT Show 2015 Media Day at the Range for Airgunners. Thanks for watching.